Hello and welcome to the October report. I'm sorry about the lighting conditions in here, but I can't see over the other side of the minute because I'm buried in bits of wood. So this is the best I can do with the strange halo thing going on behind me. But hello. I'm apologising for the lateness of this report. But I spent the weekend at two craft fairs, so I've been rather busy sorting all that lot out, and I've just spent the last kind of 20 minutes or so going over my sales, which have been quite disappointing actually. I did the one on Saturday was a craft fair that only happens once every couple of years, and although it wasn't busy, it was constant, and I've only made just under £40 on that one. Not fabulous, but considering last year I didn't make a thing, so one way or the other, and that last time. And then Sunday I went to one that's one of the most reliable and largest ones I go to, and I've only made £30, which is alarming, really. There was a point where certain fairs you went to, you were guaranteed a very good profit, and that doesn't seem to be happening so much these days. Not these days, in the last couple of years. I've been looking through my my stock list because I tick everything off when I sell it, or enter things when I make them and tick them off when I sell. It's a little bit anal, but you kind of have to do that so you can keep track of the materials you're using and that kind of thing. So in terms of real profit, I've made a tenner on Saturday and £12 on Sunday. In terms of actual, money not spent out, which is not fabulous. Just lucky that the parents don't charge me petrol. Then I make no profit at all. So, okay. The last project this month was the desk pot, the veneer desk pot, which was the bane of my life. It really was. It was supposed to be a gift for Mum, but as you can see, it stayed down in the shed because it's not great quality at all. Probably should have played about more with some kind of plain wood or regular ply rather than wasting so much veneer. But I had good intentions at the beginning, but skills weren't really up to it. So I did say that I found it on the floor of the shed. I did, and this part was damaged, but the fall onto the floor was caused by a spider. I know it's ridiculous. I'm not scared of spiders, but there are moments. I was tidying up the edge on the scroll saw, and a friendly arachnid called Bertha decided to fall from the ceiling and land on my hand. So even if you're not scared of spiders, you're going to react to this. So I let go of the box for half a second. It caught in the blade and then flung itself across the room. Hence the huge hole I had to then patch, which is one reason why it wasn't given as a gift, and the other reason is it looks awful. But learning experience. So, in the next couple of videos, you should hopefully see Bernard in the title pages and things. We had quite a fun afternoon doing little scenes and vignettes with him. And I've also found an old friend from my student days. I've always had a thing for dragons, and my uni housemates bought me this little Chinese style dragon, and he's been stuck on the shelf being dusty for some time now, so he's going to come out and start being my mascot. I've got to decide on a name for him. That's something to think about. Right. In terms of filming, I've got half the things the videos for this month done, but I have had a failure of the camera. So this seems to not want to turn on anymore. I don't know why. It's fully charged. I've tried to press the reset button and it doesn't seem to have done anything. So I don't know. So I've got some of the videos, some of the pieces on here. They're still readable, that's fine. But I've had to then record some on my phone, so it's nasty handheld. So that will be coming up towards the end of the month. I'll be cutting from nice clean shots to handheld ones, which won't be particularly fabulous. But, needs must. And as it is my birthday this month, I am hoping for enough cash to get me a new camera. So something to look forward to, at least. So, and as of films for this month, first one out is Scroll Saw. It's a attempt to make a prototype bracelet. No, it's not. I did that last month. I traded them over. This is my kind of first attempt at using marquetry or doing marquetry with veneers. And I started it with good intentions, but as with most of my projects, it kind of went awry. So you'll see that on Wednesday. Dragon Food is chocolate centres for candy and that kind of for chocolate. Again, that was about where the camera died on me. So half of that will be handheld, half will be stable. So that's going to be interesting, and I apologise in advance for bad camera angles. The 3-minute one, I haven't decided what I'm doing. I've got some clips of bits and pieces on the camera, so I'll see what I can find to put together for a 3-minute, because I haven't got the opportunity now to film what I was going to film. So plans have to change as usual. And then for the end of the month, I'm doing a project for myself for my birthday. So that's something to look forward to. And yeah, hopefully I should be well into my studies by then. They only really started on Saturday, so I haven't had a chance yet to really get into everything. So the way that Open University works is you have most of it done by forums online, which is fine, but there's kind of a limitation to what you can kind of discuss. You know, you can't do 2 or 3 lines of a question as a forum question, because you'll end up with everyone responding, which is not really what you want. But oh well, I'll see how it works. I've also got some what they call day schools and tutorials where you actually have to go up to London and attend something. So something else to look forward to. So it's looking fairly busy, but not busy, which is odd. It would be nice to have a paying job at this point, but that still hasn't happened. I'm still applying for 15, 20 jobs a week, and I'm still getting either no response or a you look good but no thanks, which is disconcerting. Even though I'm now going for kind of retail jobs because I can't do anything properly 9 to 5 at present whilst I'm studying. There's still the same kind of response or non-response. You know, you can kind of assume that if you're going for a big company, like a supermarket, and they don't respond to you within 3 or 4 weeks, you can pretty much assume you haven't got it. Because they don't tend to answer if you ask. If you contact them and say, hello, you know, I applied to you some time ago, give us something, and you don't normally get a response anyway. So, job seeking when you need it is not great, and when you don't need it, it's not great, but, oh, never mind. So, more projects, mainly kind of small bits and pieces, because I'm putting my Scroll Saw away for the winter, as it were. So I'm in the process of servicing that. I've got a little part I need to get, and I can't find it anywhere particularly cheap, so that's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, so servicing Scroll Saw and sewing machines and planning the rest of the year essentially. So yeah, see you on Wednesday for a Scroll Saw project. Goodbye.